Hi folks, I'm Jason and this is my daily vlog called Living with CMT. I hope you enjoy. I'm just about to open the back door now and show you what the weather's like for today. As you can see, it's quite a lovely day, blue sky and all that sort of stuff, but listen to that wind. It is giving it some today, mate, I'll tell you. We're having some bow down trees today. It's definitely going to be one of them, so I ain't going nowhere. I've got to keep me balanced for 20 seconds and that, I tell you, it's ridiculous. Yes, that is my first video of the day. I thought I'd just do a quick, 30 seconds, show you what the weather's like today. Evening folks, it's Sunday evening and it's 7 o'clock. I wanted a bit of advice today because what it says, if you go on to sonofdell.blogspot.com, I'll put the address underneath. I've got some ideas for some new stories and I just want to see if any, I just want a bit of feedback really as to which you think might make a good story and why. It's they're all new ideas what I've come up with, and I'm not sure which one to expand because at the moment obviously I'm writing my second fantasy novel. I'm also working on the second book of poems, getting that collated and put together. But this is just a third avenue, just something else I'm thinking of. Or even for when I've finished my fantasy novel, just to give me something, stretch my imagination a bit. So any help would be appreciated if you could take time just to read my latest blogspot post. I posted it on my Facebook wall as well if you want to have a look on there. Today's been a bit of a nothing day. I've not done a lot today at all. I've rested me foot from when I twisted my ankle on Friday, but I also today managed to fall off the edge of the bed and smack my back on the bottom on the floor, so I've jarred my spine as well. When I do things, I don't do them by halves, trust me. So I'm in a bit of pain with that. Not, like I say, not done a lot today, mainly been on my computer and doing just a bit of gaming on Facebook and stuff. I haven't watched any TV yet, although I'm thinking of taking my laptop on it a bit and watching two Ronnies or something. Not quite sure yet. One thing I did do last night was I finished my Jimmy Case book. I've left a review on Goodreads and I've left a review on Smash Bomb for anybody, any Liverpool fan or football fan who's interested in reading about it. He had a massive career, a lot longer than I thought. He actually played till he was 41 years old, so that's some good going that is for football, I tell you. But yeah, he was very underrated, Jimmy Case was. He was one of those players that he was absolutely fantastic midfield player. He did everything he was supposed to. He never gave a toss about the money. He won his medals at Liverpool. Then he went to Brighton, almost won the FA Cup, but lost to Man United, if I'm not mistaken. Then he went on to Southampton, and he went to Bournemouth. I think he went back to Southampton. Then he went back to Brighton, played for Wrexham and non-league teams, and he finally gave it up at 41. He's also done a bit of managing as well. Had a massive career, and some of the stuff that's in the book is hilarious. It really is, honestly. Funny anecdotes and comments and all sorts of stuff. It's well worth a read, like I say, because I love my biographies. My new book I started reading is Ken Dodd's biography, and I've only read about 10 pages of it so far. But the one thing he was famous for, Ken Dodd, was long shows. And it has been known that you could go to one of his shows at 8 o'clock at night and still be there at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Because he never wanted to stop, really. He never wanted to stop. So when you went to see Ken Dodd, you got your value for money, Like I said, the weather today has been ridiculous. It's not been horrible. It's been really nice, the blue sky and everything, but the wind has been ridiculous. Even though, according to the weather forecast, it hasn't been above 30 mile an hour, but it must have just been, seems a lot more than that because it's still blowing gale force out there now. Hope you're all well on this Sunday afternoon. Like I said, I haven't done a lot. The 3 ideas for the book, I'll just roughly go over them. One is a story about a load of people who basically turn on the loved ones, kill them, try and kill themselves and walk away completely unarmed. And then they're heading for somewhere, but you don't know where and you don't know why. That'll be all explained in the book. Second one was a novel I decided to write a while ago, and it was a bit of a fantasy novel, really, about the Cloud Kingdoms. Basically about kingdoms that exist on top of the clouds. It's a fantasy novel, don't get me wrong. It's something I came up with a while ago. And what it basically is when everything goes wrong and the main person who rules dies, a new person takes over, but they've got evil intentions. And it's up to couple of people to venture below the cloud kingdoms. In other words, where we are, to come down to us basically. Whether that'll make a good book or whatever, I don't know. Another one is about a detective who he's a city detective. He's seen it all, and he's used to dealing with right and centre, drug dealers and pimps and God knows what else. And he thinks he's seen it all in his 10 years. And then he gets called to a double homicide in a park. And when he gets there, he finds two men who've been killed. And when he turns one of them over, underneath them is a newspaper. The newspaper shows the same two men dead. But unfortunately, the newspaper is dated 1936 and it's now 2019. And yet the bodies are as if it's just happened. So he's got to try and unravel the mystery of that. Like I said, they're just 3 stories. They're just 3 ideas. I've always constantly got ideas in my head for writing stuff. It never goes away. I can literally fall asleep and dream of 3 different books in my head all at once. It's really, really crazy. But I'm glad of that. It means I've got an active imagination. It's like, well, I've got a bit of something going on here with me. I don't know what's going on there. I had my tea not long ago, and it's basically been a day of staying warm, cups of tea, cups of coffee, what's it behind me, hot water bottle. I did watch football last night. I haven't watched any football for a while, but I watched the FA Cup match between Wimbledon and West Ham. Fantastic result for Wimbledon. I thought in the first half, West Ham were absolutely diabolical. Probably one of the worst performances I have seen from West Ham in my life, actually. I thought they were dreadful. And they deserved to be 2-0 behind. It could have been 3 or 4, to be honest. They were rubbish. They really were rubbish. Second half, they came out and they battered Wimbledon for a while. And you thought, when Wimbledon were 3-0 up, you thought, 3-2, this is going to be close. If they can get nick another one and make it 3 each. And then bolt out the blue, Wimbledon scored a 4th. And before you know it, Pellegrini's side are out. I also saw that Tottenham are out. They've lost 2-0 to Crystal Palace. And that was a surprise, I must admit. I could see Tottenham winning that one. Last I saw, Chelsea were beating Sheffield Wednesday, but that's not really nothing new, that, is it? If I would love to see what happened, I would love to see Manchester City get Man United in the next round, just to get rid of the 2 egos for a bit, because there's a lot of egos there, and the team that's really egotistic at the moment is Man City. I mean, they're beating teams like 7-0, 5-0, 10-0, and all this sort of thing, but if they're playing at home, I mean, bear in mind that 14 of those goals have been at home, and they've been against Tranmere and Barnet. So I'm sorry, but no. If you can beat someone like Chelsea 5-0, or Man United 5-0, Arsenal, Liverpool, if you beat us 5-0, then I'll be happy. I'll say fair enough, fair dues. You're a good team, But when you played us, you beat us 2-1, and that was close. We could have easily drawn that, but we didn't. We're still 4 points clear anyway. Liverpool are. So I'm just getting a bit sick of Man City thinking that they're all this and the dogs, because they're not. They're just a team of footballers, and they're a team of highly paid footballers that are probably earning more wages than the teams that they played, like Barnet and Tranmere. You could probably buy Tranmere with one of their players. It just infuriates me. It really does. People going on about it, and it's like, no, I'm sorry, but don't wash with me, that, doesn't it? And all they'll do is in summer, they'll go out and spend a fortune again on the best players in the world because they think that's, what it means, that's what it takes. The good thing about reading this Jimmy Case biography that I've just read was they didn't go out and spend a fortune on 19 players for every position. They didn't do that. They didn't do a Chelsea. They didn't do a Man City. What they did, they had a team, and if it was settled, at the end of the season, they might get rid of one player and bring another one in to replace him to fit in with the team. It wasn't all about billions of pounds and all this kind of guff that's going on at the moment that's going into football. I think more, to be honest, I think these teams, what they should do, they should say, right, tell you what we'll do. So much of our money, we'll start donating to grassroots football. Say, I don't know, 5% of revenue. If each of the big clubs did that, grassroots football wouldn't have a problem. It'd be fantastic. It's a good start for all the players and everything. Don't think I'm up to much tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. It's Monday, isn't it, tomorrow? Yeah. Not sure what I'm doing tomorrow. Not watching any films, I don't think, tonight. It's mainly a case of just chilling out and, relaxing for the evening. Yeah, yeah, so if you can go onto my blog, like I said, it's sonofdell.blogspot.com, and have a look at today's entry. And then underneath, there's a little thing where you can leave comments. If you can just leave me comments as to which one you think, ought to be made into a book, or if none of them. Any constructive criticism, I value it all. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to stay warm, and I'm going to chill out for the rest of the night. You all take care on this Sunday evening, and I will do another video soon. Thank you for watching my daily vlog. I hope it was informative and interesting. If you like what I'm doing, then you can subscribe to my channel by clicking there. And if you want to see exactly what I was talking about yesterday, you can look up there. Bye for now.